Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Mad Hatter with another Mad Hatter TV, and I was actually asked a excellent question during one of my Q&As, and the question was like, what was my thoughts on long distance relationships? Do I think they work? And this isn't a question that has a simple answer. It actually has a pretty long answer. And so this resulted in its own video. so um let's begin. So long distance relationships. Let's talk about that. Long distance relationships are tricky. Um the one thing I can say about long distance relationships is that it's definitely not for everybody. It's something that takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of trust and it takes a lot of patience. And that's something that a lot of people don't have. Um, I have done my share of long distance relationships. And for the most part, they didn't work. Just being honest, they didn't work. Um, Here's the thing about long distance relationships. They can they can work. I have been in a long distance relationship going on what 9 months? Nine? Oh, let's just say almost a year. Okay? So, I've been in a long distance relationship for almost a year now. And it's stressful. I'm not going to lie to you. It's very stressful. It's very depressing because you have to get into that mindset where you have to be comfortable. You have to, like I know this cat is not. I'm sorry, but I felt like I was gonna kill a cat. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Chloe's about to make PETA come after me, but anyway, sorry, that was so unprofessional. As I was saying, long distance relationships, you gotta have that trust. That's one thing. And the communication definitely has to be there. If you don't have the communication, you can forget it. It's not working at all. It probably won't even last a freaking month. Because here's the deal. If uh, I'm not talking or texting you every day, you're going to get these thoughts in your head. I'm going to get these thoughts in my head where I'm just going to feel like, okay, they're cheating on me. They're talking to somebody. If they're not talking to me, they're like having sex with somebody else. They're holding hands with somebody else. They're kissing somebody else. Those things. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually a very real thing. It's like I can give you a scenario right now. Like if Chris was like not texting me at all, I'm gonna have all kind of crazy thoughts in my head. Like, what is he doing? Why isn't he texting me? Who is he with? Who is he kissing? Who is he fucking? It's just whoa. And I'm sorry to say fucking, but that's what. Hey, we adults here, right? Hopefully, you guys are all adults here. Please don't get me in trouble. But yeah. So trust is number one. Communication, no, actually, communication is number one, and then trust. Because, and I'm gonna say why it goes in that specific order because communication, man, if you guys don't talk, Lord have mercy, that relationship is not going nowhere. Um, trust, trust. You have to trust each other. When they say that they're doing something, you, I know it's hard. It is super hard to believe because you're never with that person. You're like they could be saying, "Oh, I'm just going to the game," and then next thing you know, they're getting oral in the back seat of a car. You just don't know, but you have to use that trust. Um, so it's something that you just really, really have to build. But what I can say about long distance relationships is that once you achieve that communication, once you achieve that trust, that junk is going to be like impenetrable. That is going to be like an amazing relationship. And then when you guys finally do meet, that shit is going to be freaking amazing. And let me tell you, the sex, oh, bomb. But it is going to be very passionate because here's the thing that long distance relationships have over people that are actually right there. When you're in a long distance relationship and you guys finally meet, you didn't have the physical interaction. So most people's relationships are based solely off of physical interaction, but yours is like an intertwining of souls. I know that sounds like whoa over the top, but it's like an intertwining of hearts. You guys are like have this complete understanding. That communication is like bang right up here. And the people that are like always together, their communication might be halfway, but it's nowhere to what those long distance relationships are. That junk is what's going to keep that relationship going. When you have that communication and that trust, and that junk is all you can rely on, when you guys finally meet, that relationship is going to last for years. For years. But when you have somebody that you spend a lot of time with, mm, there's a chance for it to stay together, and then there's that chance that it may not. But it's not really set in stone that you guys are gonna last. But when it's a long distance relationship and you guys are loving each other through the computer, through Skype, through Uvu, through whatever the hell you guys are using to communicate, and then when you finally do meet up and that you still have that same communication, that same trust, and now you had the physical, boy, boy, oh, it's a done deal because that is a marriage right there. Because it's a marriage of trust. That's a marriage of like communication. That is a marriage of souls. Something completely unbreakable. So, to answer your question, can long distance relationships last? Yes. But can it last for every person? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because most people do not have the patience, they don't have the trust, and they can't communicate with each other. They don't have a spiritual and like soulful balance. They don't have that. And so it falters. Now, me personally, I can make a long distance relationship work. And it has been working. And it's going to work because we have that communication, we have that trust, and we communicate every single day. That's what long distance relationships have to have. I can't keep saying it enough. Communication, guys. Communication. Because at the end of the day, that's all the hell that you got. That's all you have. You can't wake up in the morning, turn over, and bam, there it is. You can't do that unless, now, granted, there are some very romantic things you can do, but it's not the same as a physical. But like what me and Chris have done, I have went to sleep on Skype with Chris, woke up with Chris on Skype, and first thing in the morning, good morning, baby. It's just that's what we do. And so it's like, mm, can it work? It's it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But is it guaranteed? Nah, nah. So like I said, it doesn't work for everybody. But trust, communication, uh, balance. That's what it comes down to. I hope this helped you guys out, and for all of you people in long distance relationships, stay strong. Okay, it can work. Don't listen to everybody and tell you, "Oh, that's not gonna work." Bullshit. It can work. You just have to believe it's gonna work. You believe it in your heart. Believe it in here, in your head. It can work. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Peace, love, unity, respect. I'm out.